I do want to hit back on the Nico situation at Tennessee.
This situation is crazy on multiple levels.
You just lost out on the millions that you got for Tennessee in the first place.
Where Tennessee had already did something sketchy to even get him to Tennessee, but y'all got thrashed in the playoffs.
I don't know that. I think I saw something that UCLA might be putting in money to get him, but what's your thoughts on him holding out of practice or whatnot to try to get more money, NIL money out of Tennessee?
Well, one, I didn't really watch him play, so I mean, is all of this worth it? Like, is he worth what he's doing? Because I mean, if he's worth it, then it's like big ups to him. Get your money. They playing around, da da da. But I mean, if he's not worth it, if he's not even gonna be like drafted, or if he's not even projected to be like drafted, then that's kind of crazy coming from a college student.
No, yeah, it's definitely crazy, but this situation is crazy on multiple levels to me. Putting the biggest blame mostly on the NCAA. From the jump, NIL was a great idea, but they implemented it with no real hard barriers. And then when it came down to it, they even gave up the power to they gave up the power to actually implement and to excuse me, to take charge of any situation about it. So when you get to a situation like Nico, to where Tennessee had already did something sketchy to even get him to Tennessee, and so Tennessee put themselves in this situation. And then, like D said, when you get to his play, is he good? He has a lot of talent,
but
he ain't 4.3, and
he probably wasn't worth what they gave him the first time.
He's pretty much worth what they gave him. And then I heard or I read that it was him and multiple players trying to get more money just because they made it to the playoffs, but y'all got thrashed in the playoffs. So it's like, pipe down, my boy. But also there, yeah. But one of the main things that I saw and where it's like there's so much blame that you can put on any given person. One thing that they did say is that he was fighting to get betterment to the offense because clearly there were certain things that the offense weren't doing that could highlight his talents and the talents of the offense, but none of those changes were being made. So it's like, okay, that I understand, but also not showing up to practice ain't getting that done either. Listening to whoever you're getting this advice from ain't helping you out. And now you're going to get stuck in a situation where you can't play in the SEC because of transfer rules. And if you go somewhere else, we're already starting spring practice. If you don't get signed in the next 2 weeks, you behind.
You just lost out on the millions that you got for Tennessee in the first place.
Yeah.
Is he? I mean, he's a 6'6", 215-pound freshman. Well, about to be a sophomore. Is he decent? I think he's a decent player. I don't think he's terrible, but he threw 19 touchdowns, 5 interceptions last season. I've seen what that offense looked like with an elite quarterback like they had with Hendon Hooker. And he definitely put up more numbers. If the offense doesn't have everything you need, this is college football. Every player is trying to develop. So you went to Tennessee, not saying they don't get great players, but the amount of players that will be what you want at Tennessee is probably not where you're looking at. You feel me? You should have signed to like Ohio State, who had a consistent amount of players who are elite coming in at the positions that you need them to be elite at, so you can show off the talents that you said you do have. Now that the news is coming out that you guys try to strong arm money right before the playoffs, it's crazy. And then you get knocked out of the playoffs off a play that you did. You ran out of bounds. You ran out of time. Right? So it looks really sketchy. And if I'm any team, I'm probably not looking to add him to my roster just because of that fact. Like, bro, we're in spring. Like, we just ended spring practice. We're about to go into the summer. And most of the time, I'm not looking to add a quarterback this deep into, feel me? I'm not trying to add a quarterback this deep into the offseason. I'm trying to add wide receivers or tight ends or offensive linemen to the quarterback I got already. So this definitely doesn't look good. Again, he's going to lose out possibly on millions because he's leaving Tennessee to go to, some say UCLA's in the mix. I think North Carolina was originally there. They backed out. Tulane backed out. I think who else backed out? Oregon was the one. They were the whistleblowers. They let everybody know what was going on.
Landing
So,
that boy.
and it's a fine line.